All right, welcome everyone, Resemblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Castlevania Nocturne, Season 2, Episode 1.
Okay, we don't have to wait for Season 2 like,
No.
Like y'all did, probably.
On this plot twist that is also the... Why'd you have to wait until now, my boy? like, okay, you're
Bro's been
here,
like,
you're monochrome, you're awesome, but
I've been
like...
playing my own video game for the last, 8 episodes. What do you mean, where have I been? I'm working overtime here.
Exactly, but okay, we have Alucard here.
Yes.
We have potentially just killed one of the captains of Sekhmet. Fantastic.
Right, because it's now Sekhmet we're dealing with.
Mm-hmm. And, you know,
Lovely.
we traded one captain for another, but, now do we immediately go back and be like, all right, let's round 2.
Well,
They'll never expect this.
What I love about this is that this is hey, we have brought in the god that you're fighting, and no, you can't actually win. You needed basically our DM NPC to come in and be like, no, she's far too powerful for you. We need to go.
Right.
We need to go travel to the hells or what have you to grab a magical device that will actually give us
grab my dad and
or give us some ability to strip Erzsébet of the divine power that she's connected to, because the part that Annette plays a role in the story has to be tied to the pantheons and the gods and all that.
Yes, I think
and so she hasn't been fully explored in how her connection with her ancestors and gods will then end up leading into, okay, we have then Egyptian pantheon gods and what have you. What's the connection there? And that can be fun. But yeah, we're in a world now where the villain is won, and their plan is just going to start being our ticking countdown for, just world subjugation, basically.
I guess, yeah, right. The Reapers are here, organize the world. Like, that's
right.
That's what you're dealing with, basically.
Yeah. But I want Mizrak in the squad, please. This is just a small little ask, I know, but please,
no, he's going to be in the squad.
And he doesn't have to be, though, and that's the thing that I'm like...
He doesn't have to be, but he will be.
It's in the same way that Olrox, I want him to continue being in the story and being what he is. Mm-hmm. And because of the falling out, basically, with him and Mizrak, I know that they could do, a bit to basically be like, hey... The abbot and everything, there's nothing to save here. I'm dipping, I'm out.
Sure.
Not my fight anymore.
I'm going to worry about protecting humanity in other places.
Right. I'm a regular-ass dude with a sword. I can't do anything here. Whereas, speaking of regular-ass dudes, that's not Richter anymore. Boy has, his lineage sci-fi magic now unlocked. Yep. And he threw hands in the finale of season 1.
He's a goddamn Dragon Ball Z character now.
Right.
So
we've got at least 3 pretty strong characters that Alucard can help guide, but I don't think they're at God-slaying strength yet.
If we get God-slayer weapon or whatever, then I think, we got this. We
might have this.
Once you get the MacGuffin,
the part that I'm terrified of is this world going to just be forever perpetually in night? And that's just... We enter... Yeah. This is the part that's so terrifying. It's not that the god is going to get stronger. They could. But it's that the vampires will never stop. Right. You will have no place to be called safe.
After our whole rant about, eclipse mechanics, we can finally see what the show's going to do with that on a larger scale.
Yeah, or not at all, probably.
Right.
It doesn't matter if the eastern seaboard of the United States just gets, sunk or what have you.
We'll see.
We'll see. But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Oh, hi. Didn't think we'd see you again.
Going back in time a little bit to where Alucard was before he showed up.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so he has been on the trail of this. He's in Egypt. Whoa.
Oh, shit.
The dead answer the dead.
Uh-huh.
Fun.
You can let me through peacefully, or I can kill every one of you. Your choice.
All right.
Not even there anymore.
Yep.
Oh my god.
God, he is him. He's just...
He's
so cool.
Yeah. Move that gigantic sword.
Oh my god! You thought he had range?
Yeah.
Bro has all the range. You are always within melee with him.
Yep.
Holy shit.
All right, let's see it. What'd you come here to do, bud?
Anubis. Yeah, we've got like a whole bunch of Egyptian gods on display here. Like ritual wine, like old ritual wine. Oh, blood.
Oh, shit. Wait, what? Alucard, did you do an oopsie?
No, I think. Whoa! Oh! Whoa! I love the weapons. These are big people too.
Yep. Oh, shit.
Whoa! What are
Death
these
by
like
1,000
void
cuts.
daggers or what have you? What? Aerial video game combo? What?
All right, that's almost cheating. Flying around as bats while your telekinetic sword just whizzes around.
Damn. Yeah, leave one alive to answer your questions. Wait, so they didn't seem to be vampires though.
Oh.
Because they wouldn't keep their mouths covered because their mouths could actually be a weapon. So they were just guardians of this temple, of this burial ground.
Well, but then how would they have lived that long?
Well,
you
no,
know?
they weren't necessarily. They could be like an old order that like passes the generations over and over again.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
You make me kill every last one of you. Then there's nothing fucking here.
All right.
That was great.
I've missed his cold banter.
Well, and now that he doesn't have a snark companion,
Right.
he has to just do a one-man show. And,
It does
okay.
end.
Yeah.
So all that was within the 8 minutes, basically.
Yeah, or some amount of
or
time.
she's leaving this area.
Yeah, maybe. It's
If she's leaving, then she can just have the eclipse follow her.
But that's good because that at least shows some limitations for her abilities, right? Either it's difficult to do this, or yeah, like you said, she's having it travel with her.
Yeah,
Why
let's.
not keep the world in darkness forever and destroy it all at once? She must have exhausted her power. We should attack again now.
Oh.
While she's weak.
Oh.
She's not weak. I'm sorry I didn't get here sooner.
Yeah.
Who did you lose?
Oh.
Her mother,
Yeah.
though she's not exactly dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know how she feels.
This is an
Found a
Alucard.
well.
Yeah.
There are places we can sleep which are dry enough.
Okay.
Practical human dude.
How much do you know about Ursabet Battery?
She absorbed the power of an Egyptian goddess called Sekhmet.
Apparently, there's a lot of fucking power.
I went to find the source of it. A power. Perhaps it would be a key to her weakness. I found a temple, half buried in the Egyptian desert. Half temple, half tomb, in fact.
Yeah. It was both.
You mean the goddess is dead?
Dead for thousands of years. Blood, however, is still stored in the temple, so that one day Sekhmet could return to Earth and rule again as she did at the dawn of time.
Right, so she drank it.
Someone it would not destroy.
Ursabet.
Yeah. But she would need a supply then. Maybe a constant supply.
An Egyptian deity has two souls, called the Ba and the Ka.
Whoa.
The first is present in
Okay.
blood. The second is in the goddess's heart, which is preserved in her mummy.
She gave her heart to her mother.
A full phylactery situation.
Yeah.
Pagan practice. A preserved, desiccated corpse.
Oh,
Rolda was Sekhmet's high priestess and did everything she could to conceal this fact.
Yeah. Cool.
The last few years tracking it. I believe it's in Paris now. Where I must go to destroy it. And I could use some help.
Nice.
Okay.
You're a Belmont, after all.
Damn. She's looking at him like, you, like,
Yeah, would you leave us?
yeah.
When I am strong again, I
will make him grovel. Son of Dracula, vanquished by my power. How dare you leave me all alone?
Alone, huh?
He's a living legend who's known my family for hundreds of years, and he appears from nowhere saying I should go with him on this important mission to fight evil. But I know Maria won't come. She won't leave Terra.
And you don't want to leave Maria.
She'll want revenge on Elizabeth, which will get her killed. I could tell her this plan, going to Paris, is the way to get revenge, win
Right.
this war, but
Right.
I suppose it isn't.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not really.
Staying here to be defeated again isn't a plan at all.
Yeah.
We saw how not
Yep.
planning also worked for us, you know.
Pretty
So bring
consistently.
her in on the plan.
Yeah.
Cool. I love that we're getting so much perspective from her, given how recent she was brought into the story in terms of like full Sekhmet understanding and everything.
Oh yeah, we gotta have characterization for our villain.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no.
What kind of autonomy does she have?
Think what a powerful servant you would be. You do magic. Do some magic.
What? Oh, let's go! Oh!
Huh.
You are no daughter, but perhaps I have a use for you. The abbot, go to him. Bring him to me. Now.
Mashgul's a long way. I don't know if I can keep making eyes that far.
Find out.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Cool.
Wow. I love that it's not a full bit of shadow.
Uh-huh.
Dang. Okay.
Meanwhile, yeah.
Meanwhile. Oh. It's another person who's been forced into their monstrous form but still shows humanity in the midst of this. So this is
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thematically connected. Yeah.
May they rest in peace through the mercy of God. Amen. No songs today.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I'm sorry that all your friends are dead.
How can a creature like you be sorry?
These men died because they believed in you, so you pray for them, hoping it will help. But not for us. The night creatures you will burn because you think we offend your god.
You are devils from hell. And that's where you'll return. And when the time comes...
Where do you think these men are going?
see me there.
Yeah. And actually, we're from your basement.
Oh my gosh.
Terra.
Just holding her arm up must have been like
Oh,
super
sure.
hard. Forget having the magic being concentrated on, you know?
Are you going to tell me how strangely beautiful I look?
Critical damage.
Yeah.
The vampire messiah demands your attendance.
So of course she sends you. What does she want?
I don't know. Come
She
on,
wants
find
you to
out.
come when she calls.
Yeah.
You still love her. Maria, even now you're a vampire.
Of course I love her.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
If you harm her now, your sacrifice will have been for nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, what a loving father you are.
Damn.
Oh my god.
I love it.
No.
You're gonna stay with me, yeah.
What will you do if I don't cage you? Will you do more than just sing?
I love it.
Okay.
I love that we're starting to also build personalities for the other ones as well.
Whatever happens with your mother, Maria, it won't bring you peace. She's a vampire. We have to accept that.
Don't talk as if my mother matters to you as much as she does to me. You chose to leave her there.
It was her choice, Maria. And it was a choice between her and you.
You were only able to take me with you because I was unconscious. You ran away,
Oh.
Richter. It's what you do.
Oh, I saw that line coming.
I don't want you here anyway.
All right.
Damn.
Welcome to immortality.
Hey, hey.
Have you fed yet? It's impossible to fight it. But it doesn't make you an animal. You have a mind which can think,
Yeah.
and a heart which can love.
Mm-hmm. Which makes this all the more delicious.
I'm not going back to Elizabeth.
I see.
Okay.
You're following your heart then. But you might want to eat something first.
Damn. He's like, whoa.
Oh, hi. Just like that. Okay.
There you go. Yep. She is a vampire.
I like that there isn't the, oh no, but she's different. She holds out. No.
No. No.
Vampires exist because people don't. You
Yeah.
know, no one's special, right?
Yep.
What are they? Really? Vampires? Me and Richter, we used to think it was fun to kill them.
Yeah, yeah.
They were just evil things there to be killed. What's it like to have one as your father?
Ooh. Ooh.
Daddy issues.
Well, they're not all Elizabeth battery. My father, I believe there was good in him.
But he had to
He
die.
loved my mother, and that made him not evil, at least. I've known human men who were far worse.
Like my father.
Families, eh?
Yeah.
Love. Love can redeem them.
Love is a fragile, capricious thing in this cold, fleeting world.
Wow.
He's had a lot of time to think about it.
Redeem anyone, then yes. Love. Probably.
But remember,
Dang. Yeah.
you also,
Happened to your father in the end?
yeah, there we go. I killed him.
I killed him.
Whoa.
Oh! Wait, what?
Okay.
We heard there are some fucking vampires here.
I know who they are.
The Revolutionary Army. The government in Paris must have sent them to join us.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's such a cool shot.
This is not good.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Those are a lot of soon-to-be vampires.
Mm-hmm.
You said there's a light in the darkness, but I can't see any light. We lost. It swept Papa Legba aside like a cobweb.
Is the gatekeeper Adet, who opens and closes the portals to the spirit world. You need to go further.
Ooh.
Here. See.
Why did you give this task to me? You are much more powerful than me.
Here. See.
Hear what? See what?
What?
Oh.
Okay.
There was that instant frame of like a city or something. Hey, you good?
Are you all right?
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah.
Maria doesn't want me here, so we should go.
Mizrak will keep an eye on her.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
it.
Yeah, that's
And
not bad.
there's someone else who can come and protect her.
Oh.
We need to discuss our next steps. We agreed our first objective should be the revolutionary stronghold of Nantes.
When we are ready, we march on Paris. Cut this revolution's head off. But that isn't why I summoned you here.
You did not summon me. You asked me to come. And I agreed.
How many of your hell beasts did you lose?
More than I would have wished. You, too, suffered some losses.
Your monks are all dead. Use them.
No.
Oh, shh. You just told her no?
Sometimes the creature retains its soul, and those were Christian men. I will let them rest in peace.
They are not simply your servants, then.
They will do as I command.
You could bring her back.
Oh.
And she would still be herself.
Oh.
She was undead. I don't know if the machine can work with such material. You are suffering, grieving, and your servant's death is difficult.
You let.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you let info slip.
Yeah.
That you should not have.
You will do so.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
She doesn't have a soul.
Oh.
You think that's the difference between us, don't you? You and your monks have souls, and we do not. Bring her back.
Oh my god. She is terrifying.
That was awesome.
Where's Maria? At least I can say goodbye to her.
She ran off to meet the Revolutionary Army.
I'll go after her if you wish.
Tell her we looked for her, and we'll see her again too.
True party split. Okay.
Okay.
Tell her. Don't tell her anything. When all this is over, I'll tell her myself.
Cool.
Respect. All right. We've got a new trio.
Yep.
Hey. Yeah, he knows immediately.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right.
If you had a spine, Abbott, you'd burn the body. Oh no! Yeah, she's coming here herself.
He's not gonna do that. There's no. I don't think this has anything to do with him being having a spine.
No, he's not gonna have the chance.
He's going to show her. Look, it doesn't work. But the part I'm excited for is why it does work.
Yeah, yeah.
There's gonna be something. Because the part that could be crazy is that it's not that it's her soul, but some other soul gets bound to the body, you know?
Sure.
Oh.
Badass.
Oh. Now, wait till...
Oh yeah, she's back.
The vampire messiah welcomes you back from hell.
No.
Father Forge Master, this was very kind, but I hope you don't expect me to obey you. As always, I have one mistress, and one mistress alone, and she has a world to conquer.
Yeah, she's back just like that. Wow.
No way. It is. It worked.
Okay. Although I will say, I think that's a good decision because she got shafted a bit with how she died.
No, absolutely. All right.
Drolta's back.
Drolta's back as a night creature.
Yep.
There's probably going to be some interesting powers of being a night creature, but also a vampire. I'm interested to see basically if she can walk around during the day and not have an issue.
Sure.
I'd assume she would be able to under some circumstances, because so she could end up being that other Alucard in the mechanics of the general, conflict.
But then also, if that is something where it does, if that is possible, right, to circumvent the sun limitation that way. Granted, they don't necessarily need that because of Erzsébet, but then that could open the can of worms of, do you then have your vampires just go in there and become night creatures anyways? Because, with her, it worked. She came back instantly with full ego and and autonomy and everything.
Right.
So
the form was different though, and that's the part where I'm excited about this, because there was some kind of transformation, and so my mind immediately goes to this machine is a future season's plot point that's still being teased at, because
that Necronomicon book is going to be relevant again.
Right.
Yeah.
I think what's going on here is that there's some kind of devil or demon or what have you in hell that is playing a long game, and has given this device basically to the abbot and by extension the world, and there's some shenanigans going on here. I'm excited to see why it worked. Because the abbot could have gotten just wrong information that, this is something that's not possible. We could also have a false pretense as to what a vampire actually is in this world, and we could get into that.
Yep.
But Alucard being in the story gives us now a dearth of information by which we can go into vampires. What are they? And everything to do with that.
Right.
He has been on a journey, though. I like that we got a quick, very simple, straight to the point action scene to be like, he went to Egypt, He's been exploring what's going on with Erzsébet, what's going on with Sekhmet, and he's like, oh, it's a phylactery situation.
Cool.
There was a ritual involving blood and handing over of her heart.
But the mummy's not here.
The mummy is not here.
Why is the mom important? No. It's
no.
That joke.
That joke was so dumb.
I did not.
But I loved it so much because it took me like a second to be like,
oh yeah,
wait,
it took
that's
me
so
like
stupid.
Several.
Was that literally
actually what he was?
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
And then it's like, yes, it was. Oh my god. I keep forgetting Richter is a child. Like he's like 17 or 18 or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Such a little kid. It was so funny though. Oh my god. Because Alucard took it immediately in stride and was just like, no, it's like this.
It's desiccated, or was it Mizrak? I don't know. Either way, yeah, he was properly set straight. Awesome, but like as just a throwaway little gag, that was fantastic.
Right.
And to inject humor,
it
didn't overstay its welcome, and injecting humor into our exposition about, hey, what's a way that we might actually be able to deal with this, right?
And so the problems that we had in a lot of ways with Alucard's sudden appearance in the previous episode are mitigated for the most part because he not only had his immediate murking of their lieutenant get undone here in a way that I think feels justified because it's setting up a lot of other things, but also because the way Drolta got killed was just too quick and too easy.
That was a little bit of bullshit.
It was a little bit of bullshit. And so I like that this is our, okay, we built up Alucard a lot. Now we've built up also what's going on Erzsébet's side of things here.
Yep.
And then we have the actual emotional conflict of Terra being a vampire doesn't mean that she has no will in the same way that Drolta coming back as a night creature doesn't mean she's underneath the abbot's control.
Right.
We have some very fun human conflict by making sure that everybody in this story so far has will, has agency, even though the world building would suggest that they don't have as much of it. There's extenuating circumstances as to why these characters do, and that's just more exciting.
Well, extenuating circumstances, but then also on top of that, it's something where this is a very fun way to keep characters in the story even after they've been killed.
Right, killed, yeah.
Killed in a way that is satisfying, still have impact from them dying.
Yes.
And also because like it doesn't feel like it breaks some world building thing because yes, Ulrach's coming along and being like, okay, you want to get away from her? Good idea. You probably don't want to do that on an empty stomach.
I was going to suggest that if you didn't. So
Right,
cool.
exactly. But also from the standpoint of the vampires, whatever effect was had as a result of her ingesting the blood, which I want to point out when she did the magic on her, Sekhmet actually flinched and seemed like she might have been stung by that magic, which is more than what we've had up until now.
Right, I think that's because she wasn't in her god form. She was actually just a regular, like, vampire countess. Because when she had that in the actual, like, abbey and everything like that, she was in full god form. She was in Sekhmet regalia.
Sure, yeah. There's the possibility that it like took her by surprise or something.
Yeah, it took her by surprise and/or god form stuff. But yes,
okay,
yes.
but that's a fun little thing. But then also, if you're thinking about it from the standpoint of immortals, right? Oh, you leave for 100 years. That doesn't
matter.
That's not necessarily a big deal because if the thing that was put into them, right, like this very much feels like the Ulrachs came by to basically be like, all right, so it's time to have the talk, right?
It is.
So you're noticing a bunch of changes happening in your body. I wanted you to know that that's totally normal.
You're a baby right now. This is a transition period. It's going to be all right.
Yep.
You should feed though, and I might have given this guy like 3 boozes recently to
set
just
him on your path,
set him over here,
right? Because right now you do have a guaranteed supply of blood, but you might not want to be getting blood from that source. That seems like a bit of a bad situation.
Yeah, and also I love that Erzsébet doesn't really care too much to be like micromanaging.
She didn't come back,
or she hasn't come back yet. It's the thing of like, no, I trust her mother's instinct to survive, one, but also to not harm her baby. So if she ends up thinking, oh, I'm going to help them in some way, she won't ever go near them, though. she'd be too scared of her own hunger and thirst basically taking over and being like, oh no, I just predated upon my child.
Right.
Which we literally ended the episode with her watching and kind of stalking from the shadows.
Oh yeah,
her daughter.
And the fact that she is now on, not quite an empty stomach is probably the,
only reason why she's even doing that.
The only reason why it's, going to go, has a chance of going well.
Right.
And so fun, I like it. I like that we very quickly got to the, no, she's a vampire, she feeds. Like that's...
Yeah.
I appreciate that as just that's the situation.
We're not beating around the bush.
Yeah.
Straight to the point.
There's no fun exception. Like, that is part of selling us on the consequences of this happening.
Yes.
Well, at the same time, she does have agency, though. So let's stick around and see basically what her journey's going to be, because it's not actually over yet, right?
Right. I think that to bring up themes here, the show rides a very fine line with its pacing of not allowing the themes to sink in by really settling into them.
Okay.
But I think what they're doing a very good job in is, because every scene is punctuated by being we're connecting it to other scenes in the episodes with every single moment we get of light coming through, it's tinged with that little bit of consequence, that little bit of shadow. There's something else that they have to reckon with. Okay. If we then get a loss, a defeat of some kind, we have to deal with Tara actually being a vampire, she's got agency. We have every character having that little sliver of light to bring Annette's whole themes into this here. She is basically the key to everything still. While Alucard comes in with the hey, yo, I'm an ancient vampire.
And here's the plan that I have.
I've got everything that we need to do to get this going here. Annette's going to be the only one that really has, I would say...
She's still our X Factor.
Well, she's our X Factor in that she can actually connect things to potentially what's being hinted at with hell and everything there. Because her...
the portals
her
and all
god
that.
guardian of the gates and all that ended up directly encountering something there. And then in her vision, she saw something that was wait, what is that? That's not a foreshadowing thing. That's that's just a shadowing. That's
it's a dragon or a dinosaur.
To me, it looks like some kind of demonic thing, because it's got the bull kind of horns and stuff. But then there was this brief flash of what was it, a city or a region or something. Just wanted to see if we could
I don't know.
catch that quick frame of it was right.
Yeah, so the creature forms, it's got the skull and all that stuff.
Yeah. They end up talking. Here, see.
Well, right now, see this.
Cool. Okay.
All right. Neat.
So it's a pyramid on an island in the ocean.
With some purple trees. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a demi-plane of probably where Sekhmet's mummy is.
Right. Which is odd, given that Alucard was attracted to France.
Well, right. But the thing is that just because he's tracking it in the physical world, this is where Annette's going to be important, is because she can tap into other worlds, basically.
Oh,
and so because the gods are not of this world necessarily, they are beings that are at the very least alien of some kind. Some of them were vampires or what have you. But the origin of vampires and the stuff that we had built up from the Castlevania OG series would lead us to be that beings like Sekhmet are not just ascended humans or what have you that turned vampires. They could be actual beings from other realms and stuff. This does not look like Earth. This.
No, yeah. This gives full trippy, crazy shit
kind
of
right,
vibes. Yeah,
exactly.
And so Annette being the sort of tie or tether lead into other
other realms and stuff, which is where the OG series went eventually as well.
Other big world plot lines and conflicts, right? Where, you know, if we deal with Erzsébet, right? Granted, maybe she's the main villain for the whole series, right?
I could see that, yeah.
We could totally do that. But if she's not, oh, hey, you know, this at the very least could be the way that we, find some way to stop her and or,
right,
you know.
yeah. But the part that I just feel like is so kind of good with this is that we have all these reasons as to why our main character should struggle, but every person, every character in the main cast here has a little something basically that they can bring to the table, their little bit of light, even though none of them individually or even together could beat this vampire goddess or what have you.
Oh yeah, they're outclassed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a fun thing to have all within the same episode. Each of them show their little thing that they can do to fight back, their little thing that they can bring in the overwhelming darkness that is. This goddess just won. This goddess just eclipsed the world, and now good luck. And go. Yeah, sure. Just find the heart. It's easy. Yeah, it's no big deal. Yeah.
And yay, the army's here. They'll be able to fix this.
I love when in this world of immortals and gods and what have you, the regular humans show up en masse and are like, our necks are ready to be bit and sucked.
Yeah. It's just like, just plop down like a sign from the sky that's just like all you can eat buffet, you know?
Right, but it's fun because now it's not that they could become vampires, but they could become night creatures.
Sure. Oh yeah.
They could just get massacred and become, you know, a whole army and stuff like that.
Well, and given that also, they could become vampires, they could become night creatures, they could become vampire night creatures.
Vampire night creatures.
You know, and given that you've now let that slip, Abbott, that one of them retained its own individuality and ability to make decisions.
Yeah, that was a bargaining chip you really like.
You now have no use.
Like, no, he has use because she can't make the
right, but like,
it's probably tied in some way to his life.
You have no leverage. Like she could basically keep you prisoner, whatever. You know, like
she is.
No, right, but but there was he did like when he originally came in, right? It definitely gave me vibes of the salesperson in Die Hard 1 that then tries to negotiate with what's his face, you know, and it's like, I'm gonna come in here and make a deal, you know, right? Like, where it's like, okay this person's totally misguided and they're gonna get it, right? But before he let that information slip, he did actually have some bargaining chips in the, I can make creatures that can withstand the daytime, and they are loyal to me and me alone fundamentally, so you at least have to work with me a little bit, right? If you want these creatures.
Right.
Now, it's only in you are literally the person that makes them. But apart from that, there's nothing. They won't follow you. They won't follow you. So, like...
Or, again, we don't know why that is, though.
Right.
I think, specifically, this is, again, more build-up about what this machine actually is, why he has it, who it came from, who taught him basically like the Forge Master stuff.
Right.
There's some shenanigans going on in the hells or hell or what have you.
Where did you get that book?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Aurochs is the one who I love that Terra obviously knows his secret and everything and calls him a snake, which is just apropos. It's fun. But the idea that Aurochs is still probably in the like, okay, shit's bad. But, you know, like, I'm going to just keep dancing around the shadows and I go talk to Terra. Okay, you're by yourself. Okay.
Right.
Okay,
him
cool,
talking
cool.
to Terra is just as much a thing of, undermine Sekhmet a little bit. As it is the, oh shit, she knows things about me and the way that I maybe helped them, go up against them.
She's
and
like
so,
making sure,
like it's the... Okay, cool. She hasn't said anything yet. She has
no reason to say anything.
She doesn't have any reason other than the fact that, vampire spawn and all that stuff, so hopefully that isn't too big of a pull. She's not too high off the blood.
Yeah, you seem to have your own...
Right.
Okay, good.
Okay,
I'm probably safe.
She's away for 5 minutes immediately. Go and be like, hi. So...
how's it going?
Right. I'm not gonna like bring that up because I don't want you to think about
it. But
like, you know, you want to like go away somewhere else. Like, I think that'd be good for you. You know. Yeah.
But all right, that's episode 1 of season 2. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon to get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about animated shows in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.